Testing, 1, 2, 3. All right, we are up and going. Sweet. All right, so this morning I'm basically just reproducing this beat I found to make it sound a little more interesting. So let's do it. Let's go ahead and let's get that MIDI. We already know this is in B major. Let's do the let's get the harmony also. Let's see what we got here. Oh gosh. I know there's a scale thing here. Scale. B major. Is that not on scale? Let's see. Sounds so awful. Oh, maybe because it's with this. That's probably why. I bet that's not in this. This is kind of an experimental thing I've been doing. It's basically just trying to take, I mean, because I can obviously just like take a guitar and literally just replay this, but sometimes I've had some kind of cool happy accidents happen with transposing the MIDI using the Ableton's internal engine. So I'm gonna time box it to like 2 or 3 minutes, but honestly, like if this isn't working out super well, I'm just gonna fucking ditch it. So let's go ahead, scale B major. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Da, 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 da. Also, why is this like weirdly halfway? Da, 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 da. Alright, so that could be something. Counter melody going on. Let's turn this this. I hate that sound. Let's turn this into something a little nicer. We can even maybe arpeggiate it. Let's see. I'm not really going in with any particular goal here. I'm just kind of messing around to turn this, what sounds like this, into something maybe a little more interesting sounding if I can. Otherwise, you know, I'll probably just I'll replay it on my guitar over here. Really, that main melody is kind of what I care about. Oh, maybe it's that one. And I want these to be not legato. I want them to be little pluckies. Maybe plucks. That was one note is bugging me. That's what it was. Ooh, I think this one's actually offset. That. Okay. There we go. It's that little second one is like off. Okay. So dope. Let's join these together. Do a little repeat. I wonder what that sounds like on the guitar. What's this? B major? I don't feel like I should figure that shit out. Oh, that's for another day. Alright, so we got this little melody going. Let's go ahead and get these drums going. So I want these to be a little bit more so I'm gonna go ahead and just kick like a kick. I want to pick a little punchy guy. Because the bass is going to dominate this song, because I want to have it be almost like Skrillex's Ty Dolla $ign, the one that they did with Damian Marley called, oh yeah, So Am I, and it goes like but the kick is very kind of like just there, kind of in the top end, sort of. I feel like it's not this big thumping kick, it's just like this little but these wubbing basses are kind of like dominating. So I usually do random. Let's go ahead and find a punchy little kick. No. Ooh, maybe. No. Maybe. go ahead and at least put that in there. Oh, are these not mine? God damn it. Be a little bit more like analog sounding vibe. Maybe that one. Oh. Well, that one's kind of stereo. I kind of like that one. It's a little thunkier than maybe I need, but let's go ahead and try it. Ooh, I do like that. Although it sounds immediately like there's already some stereo information. Let's go ahead and what is it? Like Imager? For me, I'm okay with trying out, putting bass frequencies in not mono, but at the end of the day, some of these songs I imagine playing loud in live, so in those scenarios, like, it might not be the best idea to have these sub frequencies be not in mono, so I'm gonna go ahead and just do that. See if that makes a difference. See what it looks like without it. Oh yeah, look at that. That's crazy. All the sub frequencies are not. Whereas now, yeah, that's actually pretty nuts. I mean, it sounds kind of, but even now, I can't really like. I'm sure if I was wearing headphones, it'd sound different, but I'm just with my studio monitors, so it just sounds a little bit cleaner and like more, like it's kind of coming from one place, which sometimes is not the vibe, but for me, I think is right now it's the vibe. So let's go ahead and let's just randomly put the kicks where they exist here. I like that rhythm. Nice. All right, let's go ahead and pick out a snare. How's my stream doing? Good? Cool. All right, let's decide, what do I want before I go ahead and go through every single snare that I own. So I think I want something small, like a very small sounding. I know it's like not really specific, but like I want it to be just like a little guy. Does that not sound like a little fart? It's maybe as like a layer. Let's at least put it in there. Let's go ahead. I'm sure these are just on every half beat. Kaboom, kaboom. Then let's search for maybe one or two more, just for either layers or other options. Ooh, maybe something that's a little more live. Could try that. Let's get it live. Let's get it live. All right. Jeez, I'm getting a lot of good options right now. Right. Whenever they all just sound like together. Clipping the hell out of that. Let's just do a little, just so we're not exploding things off the bat. Let's just do a little, just so we're not exploding things off the bat. Let's see. 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 Let You know, it's kind of a trick that I use too. You know, this SSL has this preset that, whoa, this looks different. I updated all my plugins recently. I hope they still have it. Oh shit, what is it? Wait, how do I get to, presets? Snare. It just really, at the smack of it, is just kind of crazy. So this is what it sounds like with or without. You know, presets, I could give a whole sermon on presets, but basically they'll get you, it's a place to start. And I started with this. I tried it at some point and I was like, oh, I like what this does to snares, which is, I'm assuming, why they put it as a snare preset, but makes it nice and snappy, although it does add a considerable amount of gain. So I'm actually gonna, I'm not thinking I like this live one as much. Wait. I feel like this beat doesn't actually have the snare in the middle. Snare. Whoa, interesting. Yeah, it doesn't have it in the middle here for this section. I don't know if I'm gonna. I don't know if I'm gonna keep that, because I kind of like having my snares be in the middle. Yeah. Although it has like those little intermediary snares, so maybe I can do. Ooh. Yeah, that could be cool. So this would be kind of in the perks section, because it's not really like the main drums. Like these guys, I actually have side chains set up. Like even in the perks section, my kick and my snare are ducking this. It's not really a mixing decision so much as like that's just a sound that I like, where the drums are, it just makes the drums sound really heavy when they're pushing everything out of the way, like audibly, and it's like boom, and it kind of just sucks everything in for a second. So but let's go ahead and see, what's it, boom boom dit dit boom dit dit boom dit dit. Oops, no. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and add some perks in there. Ooh, it's kind of crunchy. I wonder what that would sound like sped up. Ooh. Off the bat, though, that sounds kind of rough to my ears. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, absolutely not. maybe I should use... This might just be the wrong sample. I don't know. It's I don't want to spend too much time trying to mix this thing, so maybe it's just not the right sample for me. Or I could try the cheat code, which is Soothe, which I'm totally not above doing. Let's see. I feel like Soothe can't even really save this sample. No, I just don't think it's the right one. Ooh, I like the way that sounds. It's not going to be the right tempo, but... Although it kind of had a little bit of a delay here, add some swing, so we'll keep that a little bit. So let's add in this guy. Some bass. I'll add some more kind of percussion in there to fill the space. But for now, oh, also there are some scratch vocals that I recorded for this. So maybe we can add some guitar at this point. Why isn't this playing? Some of these guitars are a little older, so this guy is newish though, so yeah, that's better. Let's go ahead and see if I can hear that guitar. Cool. So just FYI, I'm not like a professional guitar player by any means. I just like know enough to be able to play some of the notes that I want occasionally. So like if you're coming here to see, you know, a guy shred, that's not going to be what this is. I'm sorry. Where was I? Oh. Oh, you know what? I don't even, why don't I just do this? Ooh, let's go. I'm gonna go ahead and cheat. Let's go ahead and use one of my favorite plugins, Heavier. This thing is just like illegal. This should not be okay to have. But it's, I guess it's basically like a guitar modeling, but it's a very powerful tool. I highly recommend it. So I'm going to go ahead and put... Ooh, it's a little bit chorusy. And I might go ahead and put another one for some... Let's add some soft tube distortion. Let's make this a little like wow, 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 wow. Too low. Then you can even make it play power chords. Let's check on my stream real quick. Oh. We doing okay? We doing okay? Cool. Let's see. Make sure I'm doing okay over here. Am I still streaming? Hopefully. Oh, nice. All right. I'm still going. Okay. Uh-oh. I am probably destroying my stream right now. Shoot. Alright, let's go ahead and just freeze this. Because my computer can't handle it right now. Oh, Siri, go away. My computer just can't handle this right now. But yeah, you've gotten a little introduction to this plugin that I use that is just absolutely a godsend. Yeah, really is. Because for me, like I want these heavy tones and all the things that like I have a 7 string guitar as you saw me try to play, but I don't I don't have an amp or anything like that. And I found that this plugin kind of like just gets me that metal sound that I want instantly, without all the setup. So. All right, so now I'm gonna add a little bass. Where did I put that? You know what? Let's try the crazy stuff here. Boom, 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 boom. So. So this is a little trick I learned. When you distort bass, you create harmonics. And I think it's generally in this pattern. So it's like an octave above, and then there's like this power chord that you can make by going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you get this. It's basically like as if you had a power chord kind of thing and then just raised it up, because if you have this down here, it can kind of clutter up the bass frequencies. So you can play around with this like triad structure. You can take away the middle note. The middle note to me sounds like body almost, like it's just beef. Like if you just had just the lower and the higher octave, like it just sounds like a thick boy. But with this, it adds like, I don't know, it adds this cool place where like, I remember first hearing this song by, I think it was a bunch of people did it, but back in like 2013, there, like when trap was starting to get big, or at least like electronic trap, there's this dude named Hoochie who made these bass sounds. And they were just, these big 808s, and everyone was like, oh my God. But there was this one on a song that he did called, it was a cover of In the skies are gray, in the skies are gray, walking on a wall on a summer's day. Oh, it's like all the leaves are brown. All the leaves are brown and the sky is gray. But he flipped the sample and it was like da 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 da, and then underneath it he had a 808 in D. So it's this low note, boom. Basically D is like as low a note as you can kind of get with anything but big systems being able to play it. So I had these Logitech Z2300 speakers, and that D note like hit it right in the sweet spot. So whenever that dropped, it was like kaboom. But it also had this overtone to it, which is this note right here, this like kind of power chord harmonic above. And so it's like in your mind you just flip flop between singing like wah and wah and wah and wah. So it just made it like, so it was one note, but for some reason like it just gave your mind so much to play with when it dropped. Like I just found myself waffling between which sounded sicker. So, but anyway, but if you, so I'm putting these all in the same kind of same serum instance. But if you really want some, when I used to use Massive, I would have three oscillators, and each one would be one of these guys, and I change the pitching accordingly. And then I would literally, change the volume of each to kind of shape the character. So I'm a little lazy these days and right now, so I'm not going to go ahead and separate out these three notes, but just know that like with an 808 tone, you can really customize it by literally just having three separate just sine waves. One be the actual root bass note, one be an octave above it, and then the other one be be like a power chord, and then you can kind of just like adjust to taste. So like on a really small system, bumping up these guys, you can hear it because it comes through. So that's another thing to keep in mind. Like if you're bumping this on an iPhone or AirPods and headphones these days have gotten a lot better. Like you can actually hear that bass, so maybe not as much, but you can hear the bass in ways that you might not be able to if it was just a straight low sine wave. So anyway, let's hear what this sounds like. Oh, maybe I'll have that as like a little accent. Boom, 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 boom. All right, so let's go ahead and figure out some cool stuff. So this is going to be more for the drop. I'm just adding it here because everything's already together. But so one thing I'm going to do is like I will keep this kind of general same structure, except I'll move it over here, and then I'll add like a synth that goes with it. So like what am I looking for here? Let's try Scary Ghost Web. Scary ghost web, scary ghost web. Please load faster. Wow. Okay, let's turn that down. So I'm gonna go ahead and put a little LFO on that. Where am I? Oh, okay, no, I still have it. I just recently updated my system, so it is not, like everything isn't quite where I usually have it. So let's go ahead and play with some LFO envelopes. That's pretty mean sounding, actually, off the fucking bat. Except I want to have the kick and snare really push this down, so let's go ahead. So maybe like for the chorus, have this be fully opened up like that, but then for the verse, I want to have it just be subtle. So maybe like I'm going to clone this, although I have a UID instance here, so I'm not sure how much my computer can handle, but let's go ahead and make this sound a little smaller. So maybe like less distortion, less OTT, or maybe even more OTT. Let's see. It actually makes it sound a little smaller. So let's go ahead and make this guy small, although I'm pegging my CPU. So Hopefully I'm not destroying my stream. There you go. You get a little hint of it, but it's not the full guy. Oop, we don't want that. And then maybe you can even play around with like opening up this filter a little bit, like, oops, like, okay, hold on, let me clean up a little bit, get out of there. Could have like, so I'll probably do that later. I'm not gonna do that right now, but overall, I like this. Cool. Let's see what that sounds like with my. Oh, oh no. No, stop it. Okay, well, I guess. Shit. I'm guessing that you probably can't hear that because my computer is just absolutely freezing up. Let's go ahead and give it some more breathing room. Maybe this will help. That actually sounds pretty dope. So it just goes to show you, like, I started off with this. Ain't nothing wrong with it, but it's just not my style. And it's, you know, but you can take, the best thing, at least for me, is take something that already exists. So you can have like a framework kind of to work within. Like, as you saw, like I wasn't imagining where these kicks live and where the snares live. And like, you know, I kind of, I took some of the elements of this instrumental and kind of used it as a place to start. Because starting from absolutely nothing, I've done it a bunch, but honestly, I found that like the best way to start is to have something already in place. So with this is my something. I literally downloaded this beat. It was some random freebie on BeatStars. So, but you know, now that I've reproduced it, you know, I'll get rid of this guy and then just kind of, you know, venture out on my own. So that's kind of how I make beats a lot of the time. And, you know, I didn't want to show this kind of part of my process for a long time because I was afraid like, oh, you know, someone's going to think I'm stealing their beat or whatever. But like, I don't know. I mean, somebody said it, like, you can't copyright a drum loop, which is basically all I'm getting out of this. Like, you know, any piece of music has already been done before. Like, that's almost just kind of fact at this point. Like, 40,000 songs a day get uploaded to Spotify. You know, you can only do so much with the same notes. If you go back through all of music history, chances are someone could say, hey, you ganked my melody, or you ganked my drum loop, but like, fuck that. Like, your goal, my goal is just to make something different, but in the way that makes sense to me. And right now, this is my vibe right now. I like that a fucking lot, actually. So, one more thing. Oh wait, why is this on here? This was just for the kick. This is supposed to be just for the kick. I don't need this here. Goodbye. I you know, it's funny. I've messed with this so much, but honestly, it always ends up working out where I like it around half. Nice. This could probably use a little bit more stuff in between and maybe even some layers to the kick and the snare, but I'm about at my hour. So with that, I think I'm going to let's render, I'm going to render this without my vocals, just so I can kind of pay attention to what I actually made here. Sweet. Well, whoever may be watching right now, I don't have a setup that's equipped enough for me to see you guys right now. I'll get to working on that. Although honestly, I kind of like just being able to be in the zone and just do my music. And if you guys want to watch, like, come join me. You know, I had a little hesitation about live streaming because I didn't want it to disrupt my process, which I value very much. Like, you know, being able to just sit here and make music is just, I mean, if I wasn't able to do that, like, I don't know. I just really, you know, being in this place of just being in my zone, doing my thing, is just where I live and where I love being. So, but I think that this was minimally, like, I didn't really even think about it. So maybe I'll continue to do this more often. Let's go ahead and save this. Oh, no, I didn't save as. That is a bummer. So let's go ahead and do that just for posterity. Cool. All right. With that, I think I'm going to say goodbye and thank you so much for joining. And I'm going to do a little bit more of these. So I'm going to figure out how to do like scheduled live so that I can actually have some sort of like some sort of way where you can, if you know that I'm going to be going live at a certain point, you can tune in if you'd like. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, and